Alright, library haul, and not as big a one, but still pretty big. Well, how much do I usually get? Like, I'm stuttering, apparently. I'm more thinking, like, the ones that, why am I saying it like that? I'm a little bit distracted. You get all my thoughts in order. And the number of books I usually get, I feel like, is like 12, and now this time it was 9. Yeah, it's only really like a few less than normal. I mean, it meant 2 less, but Fantastic Four Volume 3 decided not to come in. And for the longest time, I thought it was going to be because they just gave me the same book I had, and that's all they would have, even though I know they had the soft cover. And I hope I don't get a hardcover again. That would really piss me off. I'm waiting forever for that book. Long story short, I got the wrong one. And I was like, oh, okay, they might have Volume 2 as a hardcover, and they didn't. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting with a book actually, the first 2 are books I already read before. But this one is an exception, and that is Black Widow, the Itsy Bitsy Spider. I just wanted to read this one again. I read it all the way through, loved the hell out of it. I think Devin Grayson is an underrated writer because of this book solely because of this book. And just want to read it again. Mainly because it's about the fall. Mainly because I went the wrong order, too. Usually I feel like I go like the books in the library itself, and then Angel Loans after. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, and then I just had forgotten a lot of what happened in it. Much like with Wonder Woman. This is Volume 6, of 6. Well, of Brian Azzarello's run, anyway. And it's probably all they have. Superman, Emperor, Joker. Actually, it would have been 11 books this week. But Teen Titans just wasn't available. I got the wrong book, and she's like, luckily the librarian had seen it was a wrong book, and then she just took it out. She's like, nope, wrong one. Damn. Like, damn. Deluxe Edition, Book 4, Fables. I know that there's a mini-series going on right now with Batman and Bigby. Actually, I think it just ended. And then they're going to have a 151st issue, and then continue on with Fables. And maybe I should just get the compendiums at this point. But I think Fables is going to be that series. I'm always fine with waiting until my library has the next volume. Young Avengers Omnibus. I shouldn't even call this an omnibus. This one took a while. And here's proof that they increased the price the reprints in. So this one, coincidentally, there's 2 copies of this. The Complete Collection softcover, and then the Omnibus hardcover. Both were taken out. And they think the same reason, too. One of them, they're doing like a report on it, like it was for like a class, and I was like, that's weird, because I think it was a softcover one. And the hardcover one was just taken out. And I wonder if it was for the same reason. Now, I had high hopes for Fantastic Four coming in, because Promethea Book 3 came in the day after I put it in. That never happens. I guess it was just... it wasn't even that early on Wednesday either, I don't think. I think it was kind of early, but not super early. And it just came in on Thursday. Now, these 3 I almost didn't grab. I was, we were pulling out, and we went to, like, the gas station nearest us. And while I was waiting in the car, I was like, I feel like there's a book that I'm missing. And the tip-off was because this wasn't in it. This is Sugar Skull, the 3rd series of this, whatever the hell you want to call it. The first one was X'd Out. Second one, which I got as the first one, was The Hive. And the 3rd and final one is Sugar Skull. Love, love, love this series. This is just so damn good. Yeah, and then we had to go back. Luckily, we were like 2 minutes away. If we were any further, I probably would have been like really pissed off right now. Sandman, Volume 10, The Wake. The first time I think you'll ever see this attached to Sandman in my hands. Because as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of Sandman. I am now, but before I wasn't. This looks like a super thin book because the last volume was so thick. Thick. 7 Soldiers of Victory, Volume 2. So, you know how I felt about that series. the 2 movies, both of which are probably not going to be ones I'm going to watch with my nephew, who's like 3. Dune, and I was really surprised they had, actually both of them I was really surprised they had, but this one especially, because this one just came out on DVD. And this is the reason I don't buy movies anymore. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I know that my library with new and popular movies, if I just wait, if I'm patient enough, they'll have it, and I'll save the $20 or so for the Blu-ray. Yeah, I know it's the DVD, and I'd be getting the Blu-ray, but who cares? It really does not matter to me. I don't notice a difference half the time. And most of the time, and I like watching my movies on this guy, rather than the small-ass Blu-ray player I have. Yeah, I know I can just watch it on the big screen, but like the big screen we have downstairs, but everyone uses that screen. That's the only Blu-ray player we have. So when it comes to Blu-rays, I'm like, whatevs. Or getting DVDs. I mean, when I'm buying a movie, obviously I want to buy a Blu-ray, but I don't buy movies anymore, so I guess it don't matter. The shortest batch of manga, and that's mainly because, well, first of all, I didn't finish a few of them, and second of all, they didn't have Assassination Classroom Book 3. They had Book 4, 5, and 6, and 1 and 2, but not 3. And that just goes to show how damn popular the manga is becoming. Demon Slayer Book 3 did not get Book 4. I just started Book 2, so it was like that's gonna take me like 6 more days, and no point in getting a third one. Kind of stupid. And then One Punch Man. I think these are the last 2 they had. 8 and 9. Oh, and Blue Exorcist they were just out of. And My Hero Academia and the other guy I'll explain later. Oh, and finally, From Hell. Giving this my 17th chance. I gave Sandman 44 chances, and on the 57th, I actually liked it, so maybe it's need to read this 5,000 more times. And I think it's just like the way they write these sorts of books. Oh, look at that. You can tell how many people, you can tell how long they've had that book. Okay, and that's it of the haul, and now on to reading recommendations. And I think coincidentally enough, yes, the first 2 up with the ones I was going to discuss. My Hero Academia and Hellsing. They're just not my favorite mangas. And honestly, for My Hero Academia especially, I was like, why do I even like manga? Like, it's just so different. It's not that it's so different, it's just they don't go anywhere. They want to stay in the same place. That's fine, they want to flesh out the characters, flesh out the scene, flesh out everything. But it's only so far you can flesh out something until it becomes boring. And that is My Hero Academia at this point for me. And yeah, you can say that, oh, you read Spider-Man 5084, and that's just the same as the other 4,000 billion 100 others. And yeah, okay, fine, but at least it's different. It's a different author, and it's like, it feels different. And it's just I feel like we haven't gotten anywhere with My Hero Academia. And then Hellsing is just like, we are definitely going somewhere with Hellsing. But it's just, I don't know what it is. Just Hellsing does not grab me as much as the other mangas have. So both those I just decided to take a week off from. Maybe more for My Hero Academia. Assassination Classroom was a welcome surprise. That was really damn good, and I was really pissed off they didn't have Volume 3. Because it would have been nice. They could have gotten Volume 3 and 4. One Punch Man, just as good as ever. It's so fast paced. Takes me like 5 minutes to read each chapter. I could probably finish the entire book in like an hour, probably. Yeah, it would be an hour. Hell, maybe even less than that. Blue Exorcist, Volume 12. It ended a very, very big ass cliffhanger, but even then I was like, yeah, I could take a week off, and I probably will, and then I'll get the next volume if they don't have the next volume. Volume 13, I'll just listed that on Interloans. I don't know why I'm specifying. Demon Slayer was pretty good. I mean, I feel like it's like, there was a movie that the trailer for the movie is what I thought it would be like. It's the most recent movie that came out. in theaters, and it was like they were on like a train or something. I thought we'd be at that point, at this time, and at this point in time, but we're not yet. And I'm eager to get to that part, because that was what got me into just manga in general. Watching that trailer, I would have seen that movie if it wasn't smack dab in the middle of Demon Slayer, and I wouldn't have been confused. I probably would have watched it and been so damn confused. The two movies, The Cable Guy, and then We Bought a Zoo. The Cable Guy was like super funny and way ahead of its time, and We Bought a Zoo was pretty surprising. It was, I don't know where I heard it was good. I remember hearing from someone saying that like someone who like I trust was saying it's actually really good. You should go see it. Yada yada this, yada yada that, and sure enough, it is pretty good. It's extremely sentimental, like to an insane degree. They do that thing with the score and the musical score where they play the sad stuff. You know what the sad part is? They play the sad music. You know what the happy part is? They overplay the happy music. It's one of those movies, and it kind of like is a big part of the movie. So if you don't like those overly sappy, sentimental movies, you're gonna hate this movie. And for me, I was able to sort of look past that. I mean, I'm probably never going to watch this movie ever again, but it was good for the time being. I think if it was just a tad shorter, like an hour and a half, it would have been perfect. But it was pretty long, too. I remember thinking, I was like, did I read the runtime wrong, or like do the math wrong, and now it's actually like 2.5 hours, not 2 hours? Because that's how long it felt, honestly. Seven Soldiers of Victory, Volume 1 was much, much better, but the first issue was still a bit like the same. I felt the same way as it did the last time. And luckily, what they do with this series is that it's a anthology series, so if you don't like one story, the next issue is different. Of course, some are part 2. The only one I didn't like was the Zatanna stuff. I really liked the King Arthur in the real world shit, and then the other one with the black guy, and he was like a superhero, and that was good too. It ended in the last issue, and it was super stuttery. The last issue of the book 1, ends on a super huge ass cliffhanger for that black guy superpower, whatever the hell it was, book. It also it was like sci-fi too. It's really weird. I mean, I should be saying it should go without saying with Grant Morrison. But what was my point? What was I saying? But yeah, it was really interesting. Yeah, other than the Zatanna one, I did really like it. The Zatanna one just did not grab me at all. Wonder Woman Volume 5, just as good as ever. It's such a damn good series. I would suggest you guys buy the Omnibus if your library doesn't have any of the series, or you can't get any of the series if it trades for a discount or whatever. Because the Omnibus would be worth it. You get it all at once, and it's a pretty affordable price on Amazon. It's still in stock, and hell, you might get lucky and get the last one in stock, and then it goes out of print, out of stock, out of everything. And if you don't end up liking it, which I would be very, very surprised if you didn't, you can sell it for twice the amount. And keep in mind, it's like $100 or $200 plus. 1602, a welcome surprise. This is another, and it's ironic, this is also by Neil Gaiman. Like with Sandman, I've given this book 5,000 attempts to read it. And the first time I hated it, I don't think I finished it the first time. Second time I did, and I was like, eh. The third time was like, third time was a charm. I really enjoyed it, and it just, I like that era of 1602, like Victorian era now, because of that book, pretty much because of that book. And now I'm glad I got Witchfinder, because Witchfinder is more of a Victorian era. That's why I got From Hell. Teen Titans Volume, I think it was 4. Yeah, 4. It was good, but like I said before, I am not too pissed off they didn't have the next volume. Although I did, actually no, because they ended the storyline, so it wouldn't matter either way. Promethea Volume 2. The last issue was the worst issue I had read. In fact, I read it the day that Volume 3 came in, and I was like, I was so glad I had to wait a week. I was like, I do not mind waiting a week at all. And everything else is good. Like I like all the other issues. There's a lot of weird, like, there's something that happens in the book that I feel like if it came out today, it would get canceled. Like the book would just be canceled right off the bat. And if you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. But issue 12 was just this fucking poem. It was like, are you Neil Gaiman or are you Alan Moore? No, you're Alan Moore. Wait, sorry. Are you Alan Moore or are you Neil Gaiman? No, you're Alan Moore, not Neil Gaiman. Stop trying to be poetic and all that bullshit that I hate from Neil Gaiman's writing. And 1602, like, that one thing I did hate about 1602 was there was a lot of Neil Gaiman-isms in it. In fact, I like the spin-off, the sequel, more than the original, so far. The Fantastic Four one isn't as good. That's my, pre-review. Phoenix War Song and Phoenix End Song. End Song came out before War Song. They're both good. Even War Song is good. War Song, no one seems to like. They're just really damn good. Really damn fast paced, and Greg Pak, who also wrote this, is an underrated writer. All-Star Batman and Robin, All-Star Batman Rebirth, Volume 3 of 3. Didn't really seem to have a definitive ending, but I think it was just a spin-off to the original, to Batman Rebirth itself, so it wasn't going to have much of a conclusion. And it was pretty good, too. Very confusing storyline, because they do that thing where two characters look similar. Not going to spoil who it is, it was a pretty big surprise to me. But it's one of those things where two characters look the same, and you don't know who it is, and at times, I didn't know who it was, and you're supposed to know who it is. And I feel like an idiot. I was like, oh, it's this guy. Whoopsies. And there was also a lot going on in that third volume. That I feel like they should have made a fourth volume, and then just did third volume as the thing I mentioned before, and the fourth volume is the Alfred Story. There's two stories in here. Oh, and the thing at the end. So they did this thing like, okay, so I'm gonna show you an example. So right here it would be the issue 4, and they have like two stories. Then they had the backup story in issue 4, but instead of having it like here, they have it way at the end, like way over here. It's like, what's the point of having it way up back here if you're just gonna have it? But what's the point of that? Just put them all in the same spot. It was two stories. Sorry, it's just dumb. Made no sense. And that's just the way they built the book, but. And it's just me being like nitpicky, but other than that, it's nothing. It's worth your time. It's more Scott Snyder Batman. The Superman Last Stand on New Krypton. I will be getting to volume 2. There's 2 volumes in this series. I think they had both volumes, right? I think they did. Because sometimes I'll see a book on Goodreads. I'll see volume 2 and I got volume 1 at the library. And I think I did this before where they didn't have volume 2. And I thought they would have. But I was just looking at Goodreads and they said, oh, volume 2. And I got too confused. It was pretty good. It wasn't like, it was kind of annoying because it wasn't Superman. That's what I wanted. And it was more Superboy, Supergirl, and then the Kryptonians. But, it's great. And it's like a new Krypton thing. So it's not like a prequel to Superman or anything like that. No, took place in present day. Fables has gotten so damn good. Especially the last storyline. It was like 8 parts and I was like, I want more. And then finally, X'd Out. Just so damn good. Charles Burns is an underrated writer, and I've only read 2 of his books. I can say that. I can already say that he is. Don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I am. And that is it. So my plan is for at least, there's a book coming in on Tuesday. I haven't ordered it yet. It's a pre-order. And I might just get the other books at the same time. Because they're all by the same author, and I'm not going to be like, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to be like this book, like say it's one of the books, I'll get this book before I get this book. I'll be like, oh, man, I really want this one, but I have these one, It's like, why not just get them all at the same time? No point not doing that. But, so that'll be Tuesday. Definitely video on Tuesday. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed. Knock on wood. And that's it for... And then, of course, next Thursday will be Library Hall again. No, it won't be. No, I lied. I was right. Yeah, I'll be going to... Because usually it's like, this week I'll go shopping, and next week I go to the library. But no, it's going to be the same week next time. Yeah. Why does it not feel right? I don't know why. Anyways, that's it.